motherfucker on the top, running through the
And
guap.
I know that sometimes that I go on my.
Hey, Drake released that freestyle though in the year.
You had a freestyle?
What was it called? War. Damn, player, you don't even listen to music, hip hop. You don't know what that is,
Man,
dude, man.
Drake, man. I only really listen to Drake if I hear people talking about it.
Man, people ain't gonna talk about it the way
People
like
ain't
Drake.
talking about Drake no more, man.
Yeah,
he
people
done,
hate,
man.
that's why.
He
Yeah,
done.
no, man. See that interview he did too?
I saw some of
Fuck
it.
no, man. Drake, man.
He started laughing.
Drake already at the top. That's why.
This is it, man. His decade is done.
Oh man. He already at the top. He already at the top of the hill.
That's why it's gonna fall down. It's over.
I don't know, man. I can't count Drake out. He might drop something. This 2020. He gonna drop something. It's gonna.
He's still gonna, be pretty popular, make music, and like have success. But he's not gonna kind of dominate the decade.
Oh yeah,
Like
no,
he did
I don't
last-
know about dominating the decade. I don't know about that.
Yeah, he's like.
But I don't see any artists right now that's really gonna dethrone him right now at the moment. Who's gonna dethrone him right
I
now?
don't think anybody has to though. I just think people are kind of just like over.
Okay, but who Drake honestly probably had one of the most phenomenal careers.
No, he did.
As
That's
a
what I'm saying.
hip-hop artist.
As an artist and as a
A mogul and an entertainer and all that.
yeah,
You know.
some of the most hits in history. Yeah, but you can just
But I'm saying, who do you see is going to be the next up? Do you see anybody that's possibly going to have a career in this new decade that's going to resemble something like that?
That's too early to say.
When is it too early though? Shouldn't somebody start all right, we started seeing Drake. We didn't know this type of career.
Yeah,
But like when we first heard of Drake,
we didn't know that.
But I'm saying
You know what
who's gonna have a strong wave that you could see carry on at least what in hip hop you normally have about 5 years, maybe 10. I mean, that's a whole decade though. But yeah, no. So like in hip hop, you normally have about like a strong 5-year career, right?
Yeah, if you're lucky, you have.
But
like,
that
a
was
good
then,
5-year
yeah.
career.
Not now with these,
Right.
SoundCloud rappers who disappear after,
Well, there's a difference between like
Buzz.
you can have a long, consistent career, but then like you have a short period of time where you're like
You're actually popular.
huge, yeah, and you have a bunch of hits. Drake had like a 10-year run of that, which is
Yeah,
like,
I know, right?
impressive. Yeah, so I don't think he's gonna be that anymore. I think he's still gonna have some hits, but
I honestly
that's
give
it.
Drake a strong, cool. I want to say 3 to 4 years.
no, I can say that too though. I think he'll have another 3-4 years of like, I guess like consistency.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have some hits, but he's not gonna like he was big, bro. Like he's not gonna do that no more. He's not,
I mean, that's because I don't think you can get any bigger in hip hop, at least.
you can
like-
get bigger. Bigger is like Jay.
No, but
I mean,
are you
like
talking
that
about like
level.
lyrically bigger though?
No, I'm talking about just as an overall.
Yeah, overall
impact
mogul, right?
artist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But Jay, like, he's not really releasing music like that anymore.
Yeah,
He's
that,
not
you
really-
get to.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he can get any bigger than what he is at.
He peaked.
Yeah, like right now, you know,
Yeah.
right now everything's just gonna be everything that he had worked up to get to that, his wave, And,
So I still think you can get bigger, but I don't think he will. I still think there's another level you can go to. You can
what's
get
the other level?
there's a level where you get to you become so successful and you get to a point too where you're also respected by your peers. He doesn't have that. You know what I mean? Where like Jay, like even Kendrick's getting that. Kendrick is not like he's getting to that too. If he continues,
there could be many reasons why we don't know why he's not getting that respect. One, it could be this whole ghostwriting situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Is
saying.
that
like,
really happening?
He admitted to it.
Okay, kinda, but he
Yeah.
admitted to because he didn't really admit that. Somebody writes my rhymes for me. He admitted.
He's saying like he collaborates with other people and
he said on that on the album.
But
What album was it?
That was what was it? Nothing Was the Same. Was that album he got accused for?
I can't remember. I think it was. I'm not sure.
It's not just one album though. It's not just one.
Well, that's what I'm
project.
about to say though. Because like, are we trying to say that this was going on multiple albums, or was this just that album?
It was probably going on multiple albums.
You would assume,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
yeah.
But even if it's not, I don't think it's to the all the way to the point where like this person straight up wrote everything for him and then he just rapped it. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like he collaborated. He gave him some lyrics and
okay,
they kind of
but
fed back
even
and
with
forth.
some
But even
what
just
we
having
kind of know, what we kind of know a little bit, right, in the background, right?
yeah.
Do you still think that's too much then?
Yeah,
that's
just,
right.
Just
That's
having
too much.
that is already like you're not gonna get. You're just not like he's never gonna get to the point where he's looked at as this like hip hop legend the way like a Tupac or a Jay or a Nas or even like
Well, I'm talking
getting
about
in
with
there.
the whole thing, cause like
But that's where I feel like the gods are at. That's where I feel like you can. There's another level. You get there's like success. You're like, you have hits. You're consistent. You have albums. You're making platinum records. But then there's also you can plateau there, and that's hard to get to already. So I give Drake a lot of props for getting there. That's already hard. Nobody ever gets there already. But then there's like you're in the pantheon, man. There's like a step above that where you're like.
You don't think Drake's gonna get into that pantheon?
No.
Yeah, I think he will, but
no,
he's not gonna be at the top.
People are already
of the
laughing at him about shit, dude. He's too much of a.
But that's because social media is so much bigger now.
Yeah, it's not fans. It's other rappers and shit.
Okay. We're still talking about.
We're
still talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about you. When you get to that level,
mm-hmm.
you're respected by like your peers. You're like a Godfather type of shit. You're like the Don.
You know what? Well, I kind of see. Well, maybe that was too much to say. I was about to say I kind of see Drake as the Conor McGregor of
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, of hip hop, because it's like a collab with him, a hit with him is guaranteed. It's guaranteed money that's gonna help change your whole lifestyle. Your life.
Yeah.
So that's how in that way that's when I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Now, in regards to being a heavy hitter, in hip hop and whatnot, I think the fact that since he started his career off not just with hip hop but also adding that R&B element, because I do think he kind of changed. He kind of created another genre,
He didn't create it. He made it.
Oh, I mean,
popular.
yeah. He didn't create it. Yeah, he didn't create it, but he kind of elevated it.
Yeah.
And so I think that's kind of where he has that. Oh, he's soft. Yeah, he's trying to rap about this, that, and that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of what hurts him. But
I don't think that's really it.
You think it's solely only because
it's just like the goofy
well, that's
shit
what I'm about to say. I think that is what brings on the hate. If the peers can't respect him, it's because of that, though. That's what I was trying to say.
It's the ghostwriting. It's like the kind of just goofy shit. It's like it's also like his albums, I think, are now looked at as iconic albums. He has some people will consider some of his albums like classics, but those are like his fans. Like,
there's some I consider classics for me.
They're like, they're not like comparable to like what, like Good Kid, Mad City is considered a classic by everybody.
Yeah,
like everybody thinks that's like, you know what I mean? Like nobody's like looking at Drake's catalog like that the same way. Like,
oh, you don't think so?
No, nobody. It's not universally like, oh yeah, that's. Like, and when you ask like a Drake fan or like, what's your favorite Drake album? What's his best Drake album? You're gonna get a lot of different responses.
Yeah,
you get like, got you. Got you. This is my favorite. This is, and then like,
but
you don't have that like, oh, this is the fucking.
But
hip-hop
what I'm
staple
saying
here.
is for him not to have that, right?
Yeah.
Is that due to the fact that he the way he approaches music and rap?
Yeah.
It comes in so many varieties and styles, and he's like, just multi-talented in the way he delivers his content to you, because like it's not that no, but I'm saying like even like just the different sounds of each album, and it's not the fact that he doesn't have that voice that everybody can follow, because like if like Good Kid, Mad City, right?
Yeah.
That was like Kendrick's voice, that was how everybody kind of like got to understand who Kendrick was as an artist, Because it just like it was a consistent pattern in his style,
Yeah.
Versus Drake, where you get a whole variety of this, that,
nah,
this, and that.
That's not why though. That's not why like, people would think that albums are not as good. They're just not as.
Well, no, I'm saying that's why I'm saying so many people will be like, oh no, this one is the one,
Yeah.
or this one is the one, and they can't really choose because it's like he gave you so many options where it's like, yeah, you any one of these you could actually use and say, yeah, this is classic, but it's like hard for People just
Nah.
decide on which is the one.
But I don't think his albums are all that different. I don't think he changed. He just flipped it up on people and shit like every album. It's
Well,
like
I don't know.
you
Because
know
I've been
what I mean?
listening to Drake from the beginning. So like I just hear like just the evolve. In the
You hear
change in
the
his
artist
music.
evolve, but think about like just has he really evolved in a way that like he's totally like transcended like the genre in a way. You know what I mean? Like I don't think all his
Transcended the genre. Okay, so what makes it? What's the category? What's the qualifications for being known as an artist who transcended your genre?
way impact on the everybody that came after you.
Mm-hmm.
But what you're saying is that his albums have like there's a bunch of good songs on a lot of his different albums, and you can kind of pick like, oh, this is my favorite.
Well, I'm saying like
because of
because like there let's say he gives
that's
you
why
about 5
yeah,
albums, right?
yeah.
All that you could say are classics, but everybody can't agree on which one is the classic.
yeah,
true
that
classic,
means when people say that, it's because you don't really have a true classic.
No, well, no, I'm about to say it's because they all can honestly be put. You can grab any one of those and put them in as a classic.
But you can
and I'm
argue.
like,
You can
but then
argue. You can argue they're not though. You know what I mean? Like undisputed classic. He doesn't have an undisputed classic, and like every
Okay,
great
you can argue
artist
Good Kid,
does.
Mac, Good
No,
Kid,
that's
Mad
an
City.
undisputed classic.
And
Like,
you could say that was
yeah.
his only hit album.
No, it can't say not hit. You could say that's his only
Classic album, I
but
guess,
no,
yeah.
not even that. Because even To Pimp a Butterfly, everybody thinks that's the fucking
Okay,
best album.
okay,
of
yeah.
the
To Pimp a
decade.
Butterfly was
You know what I
good.
mean? So like, you got,
But look, that's more than like, because that's just add another aspect of it. Because some people would say To Pimp My Butterfly is actually the classic album.
people
Not
say
Drake.
both of them are. That's
Okay,
why-
so
yeah,
why
you
can't you
can-
do the same for Drake? Just because he has like 5 of them, where you could say, oh, all 5 of these are classics, and Kendrick has 2. What's that's what I'm saying.
But like it's different with Drake because you can first of all compare like what people said when these albums came out, not just fans. Look at like reviews, look at like this shit was universally acclaimed versus this shit wasn't. So you're looking at professional reviews, you're listening to what people are saying.
But I do think that they were all universally acclaimed, and that's why
Drake's
Drake
kept-
elevated so high. Look, when you have a fan base, right, that's
Yeah.
able to lift you
Yeah.
to the points they lifted Drake, right? That means you have a strong fan base and a large fan base.
But that
And
doesn't
you
mean-
only get that from dropping classic
No,
shit
you
that's
don't.
universally accepted.
No, you don't.
You don't get a fan base. Like, all right, so you're saying like it has to be
It's
universally
like-
accepted.
Because just
Look at the level of where Drake's at.
Yeah.
That's universally accepted.
no, we accept he's a hit maker. Doesn't mean he has a great album.
I think he's more than a hit maker, man.
He makes hits and he's good enough where he can get by and make good music. And that, it's not just about hits. He's not fucking.
You throw Drake on somebody's song, their song doubles, if not even more, 10 times does better than what it would have done without Drake on there.
But that's not the only thing that matters when you're considered like.
I'm saying
you're an
that's
icon.
all-
Lil Wayne at his peak was that guy too. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
you can't.
What
just
about,
DMX was hot for 4 years. He was the hottest rapper ever for
But
4
Drake did
years.
this for a decade.
So I'm giving him credit for that, but I'm saying he's not.
So that doesn't put you in. I'm not alright. So if we're gonna put him in like rap gods, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's gonna reach #1 in rap gods, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm saying he doesn't get to be put in that category.
No, he's not a fucking rap god. Like,
Okay, no,
he's not like a legend like that.
I don't want to say rap god either. I don't even want to say
But he's
that.
not- he's
'Cause
not-
when we say rap god, I just go like like you say bars and all that.
I
Straight bars
think
and stuff.
he's
So that-
he's a music icon because of the success he's had in the industry. He has more hits than I think any rapper ever.
Mm-hmm.
But
And-
he's,
and what I'm
not,
trying to
he's
say-
not like a legend in the where he's put in this category where you're like, okay, this guy's like a legend and a hip hop legend, like like up there with like.
I think he is. So
You're really-
all the names that like that's going to be remembered in hip hop. You
Yeah.
don't think Drake's name's not going to be
His
remembered?
name's gonna be. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like there is another level where your name. People remember a lot of people's names. We remember.
No, but
50
I'm
Cent,
talking
like,
about.
you know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
talking about like how like you won't forget a Tupac, you won't forget a Biggie. You think you're gonna forget a Drake?
But no, that's not. We don't forget a lot of people that were hot. Like 50 Cent's still fucking huge.
Okay, but that's because of the shit
of-
he's doing outside of music and because of like his shenanigans on just social media and all that stuff.
But I
That's outside of that.
Yeah. But what do you? So you're saying like you think
Well, I'm
he's
saying
gonna be a
50
Tupac?
Cent,
He's
but-
gonna be a Biggie.
No, but I'm saying Drake. He he transcended this genre because not only is he doing music, everything he drops virtually is a hit or is going to be successful and make money. And yeah, just the fact that he honestly right now he's ahead of the game right now, and he's been ahead of the game for 10 whole damn years. That's you said he's an icon. When you're an icon, you're transcending your genre. He's an icon. Like you have to admit.
You can be a music icon and not be like, I don't know, the best of what you do ever in
well, I never say he's the best ever.
I mean?
Yeah.
One of the best ever. You can be big. You can be, freaking huge and have a big following and still not, you're not. Doesn't mean that you're automatically put in this category where you're like, the fucking Mount Rushmore.
How does your following not equate to?
It's like Donald Trump. Trump has a huge following and a big support. He's one of the most famous presidents ever, but it doesn't mean he's on the Mount Rushmore of fucking presidents.
Yeah, but that don't mean they belong on the Mount Rushmore of presidencies either. The ones who are up there right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, what makes them more qualified to be on there because they were first? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get how Drake doesn't his reputation doesn't compare to a Jay-Z, because he's right on the lines with Jay-Z.
No, he's fuck no.
As far as everything he's doing, not just because of music. Yeah. I'm saying like business-wise and all that.
No, he's not. Like he's not even close to that.
I didn't say he's. You just topping Jay-Z. He's on the same line, on the same path.
Not even the same world as that.
Oh my! Yes, he is.
Not even the same world as that.
You don't think Drake's making like money fucking moves? Look at his fucking mansion. Look at his fucking house.
You're talking about material shit. Look at assets, building wealth. You're talking about a billionaire versus a fucking
exact. You don't. And I said Drake's on the same line of he could possibly become that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he is. I don't think he's going to be that level of icon. I don't think that's gonna be.
What?
You're comparing them.
I do think he's on that same path.
Give Drake his 10 years. Okay, you're comparing him to somebody who's been doing this shit for 30 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I didn't say he's there yet. I'm saying he's on the same trajectory.
And he's also.
So I'm saying, let's take a look at his
But he's also never gonna have the respect from his peers. Even if he's that rich,
yeah, but that's gonna be just in rap though.
That matters.
Against the peers. But public opinion?
No, public opinion doesn't.
Exactly. No. Public opinion doesn't matter and concerns to, like you said, true hip hop.
No, I'm saying public opinion doesn't put Drake in that position. They don't think he's one of the other than people that are just like casual hip hop fans, other than people that just look at Billboard charts, other than his fans. No other hip hop people ever put Drake in the category of like the greatest in the genre.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. When we say greatest in the genre, is it just because of bars and rapping, or is it because of everything? That's what I'm saying. I can understand that if you put it just for that.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about if you want to add in all the other aspects as far as what he did within the genre and how he expanded the genre, how he changed the genre, how he influenced it, and just like and just how he, like you said, grew wealth from it, then he's up there as one of the greatest who ever came through in the genre. That's what I'm saying. Now, if we're just saying directly with like bars and whatnot, bar for bar,
but I'm saying all that shit matters though.
Yeah, that's a correlation of all that shit. But how can one thing take him out of that? Because one thing would be bars, right?
No, because there is a level of class. And this is why I bring up Tupac, Biggie, Jay, where they had the respect of the hip hop world, their skills. They also had the same material. No, I don't say material, but like the same commercial success and power and influence.
Yeah,
that's a tiny ass. There's like 5 people on this list.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's that. I don't think he's ever gonna get to that.
Yeah, but I'm saying that. So okay, because that makes more sense if especially now we're actually, like you said, it's a tiny bit of people in that list. All right, so I can accept that because it is a small few.
Yeah.
So if this list is getting big, I'm gonna say, all right, hold on now, Drake belongs in there. But you're right, that is a small few, right?
Yeah.
But the thing that holds him back from that, that I see, is like you said, the whole the ghostwriting thing. That's what I see is in the.
But even if the ghostwriting shit ever. Even if that never came out or that never was a thing.
Drake's caption king, dude. Right now in our generation.
What the fuck is that?
Dude, no, I'm sorry. Me personally, I'd put him in that list.
You don't listen to enough hip hop to like. With all due respect,
No, I mean, yeah,
compare him to
you're
shit
deep
like that.
in the hip hop thing.
You know what I mean? Like it's just
but that's what I'm saying. Like I just feel like I feel like you guys are putting.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I don't want to say you're putting all the things on just the fact that he had a ghostwriter and his bars ain't there. Because I'm saying I understand that part. His bars isn't exactly there compared to some of the GOATs, the greats.
Yeah.
But if you ask me honestly, I think they are. Like I said, for our generation, yes, definitely.
Most hip hop heads will agree with me. They're like, not even just hip hop heads, just people that like know rap well enough. Like, no, he's not that. He's not as good as these people. And that's where like, other than his fans, are gonna say like, no, he's not as good as that guy. And it's not even like that debatable. You can't debate this dude is like just as good of a rapper as some, the legends.
Well, the reason why it's so hard for me to debate it though is just because, like I said, like how much of this was ghostwritten. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
Even if it wasn't ghostwritten,
okay, so
saying,
even if it's not ghostwritten,
even the shit that motherfuckers wrote for him is still not good enough to be. Like, you know what I mean? It's just not, dude. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have like a classic album. He doesn't have like that one album like that was like that shit like what made him a legend. Like everybody has that. Like every like. Especially like every GOAT, like every like all-time great had that shit.
All right, so when I say Drake's Caption King, right?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is this: Drake has a lot of one-liners that people pull from and put on their IG captions, right? And what I'm saying is IG
that 16-year-old girls put. You know what I mean?
That's that singing shit, bro.
Hip hop heads ain't no hate on here like Caption King Drake. You know, some hood ass motherfucker from Brooklyn ain't that Drake line.
So you have to have hood bars in order to be like.
No, but like you're like looking at like a select group of people that are like, come on, bro. Like you're saying.
Okay, so where is Drake? Where does Drake?
People that are on Instagram.
Who falls into Drake's category then? Because I do think if Drake's not in the hip hop legends or the hip hop gods category, then he's in the category right before that, and you got to tell me who else is in that category.
He's in a class where like
who else fits in that class with Drake?
I don't know, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's a class of his own almost. So it's either a class of his own or you gotta put him in that. Because who else could you say? Right?
There's a tier below. He's not.
Who else is in that same tier as Drake?
When I look at Drake, I see a guy that like he's had a long run. He's still going. We'll see like how long it lasts. But he's looked at the same way I look at like I don't know like 50 Cent or like DMX had their
Drake is
a longer period of time. He's past them as far as relevance. I agree. I'm giving you that.
I think Drake's not like relevant for sure the next decade. It may not just be from his albums though, from music and
that's fine.
That's what I'm saying. But I don't think Drake's one of those.
Or like the way you look at it.
Because I don't even want to say 50 Cent's relevant. The way you're using 50 Cent, right?
I'm talking about his music career. I'm talking about like an extended version of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like a longer. You know what I mean?
Oh, hold on. You're trying to say that like. So basically, you're trying to say Drake's music career is gonna be sort of how 50 Cent's DMX's music career are.
Well, like they had like people. I don't know, because even those guys were like they made different types of music, right? So it's like it's not that type of comparison. So I give him. That's what I'm saying. Like he made it popular. What he's doing is popular, and like he was the first person to be this big doing
too. Like his style of music and the way he comes about music, like
what's so.
Well, I'm saying like just this fact that how he tackles each genre and like in music period, you know, and then brings hip hop to it. Like I just heard him on some Spanish track that I heard was
Bad Bunny.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was in the gym. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like that's what I'm saying. Like he brings different elements, or he brings his element of hip hop to other elements of music. And that's what makes him great, because even when he does that, it's still successful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's a hit song.
Well, I'm saying he made it. Well, I'm not saying he made it a hit song, but I'm saying he definitely made it more 10 times better than what it would have been without him.
You're probably talking about Bad Bunny, and he has a lot of hits without Drake. So I'm not going to give Drake credit for being on that fucking song with him.
Yeah.
At least I think I know what song you're talking about, and this dude, this Spanish dude, he's pretty fucking big.
And Drake, I had a feeling the guy was big though for Drake to be with him, because like of course You know, that's another thing.
But Drake
People
didn't
associate
make
Drake
him
to
make him bigger.
But I'm saying he made that song bigger.
I don't think he had.
I'm not saying that song would have been
Yeah.
big, but I'm saying with Drake on there, it definitely
brought in his fans to listen to it. That's all it did.
You can't throw on the baby on there, and I bet you that song wouldn't you know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like how Travis Scott's really big right now, but nobody.
Okay, you couldn't throw Travis Scott on there.
You probably no. Right now you could. Travis Scott can get on a lot of shit right now, and that shit's gonna be a hit. Right now he's a hit guy right now. He's a hit maker right now.
Oh man, I don't really listen to Travis Scott, man.
It's because you in your feelings all the time, so I feel you like Drake a lot,
Man,
man. You and you sad about all these girls breaking your heart, man.
He don't even talk about that anymore. Like
Nah,
not
man,
even like how we used to. That's what I'm saying. I think y'all just trying to hold him to that whole R&B rap stuff.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Scorpion
I think y'all trying to hold him to that.
I heard Scorpion. The shit was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. The Scorpion was, that one was, yeah. That's probably one of my
I remember, like,
ones.
I never got it, man. Like, I heard Take Care recently, the whole album.
Mm-hmm.
I played the whole fucking album, and then I'm like, because that's the one album that I think more people will say that's his classic than his other albums.
Mm-hmm.
I think Take Care, like Nothing Was the Same, were like probably the two people
Mm-hmm.
go back and forth with. So I heard Take Care the other day. I was like, why do people fucking seeing this shit that's gonna like? I get the hits. I get like it's catchy. But that shit's super, like, everything kind of sounds the same. His flow is very, like, the same a lot. Like, he's not...
Same as most rappers?
But for a whole album, they carry a whole album through, like, and then, like... Yeah, I'm not saying, like, it fucking sucks or whatever. Like, it's a good album, but, like, this is... You can't compare that to, like, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, some, like, the best albums. It's not, like... It's not...
Okay, if we can't compare Drake to the greatest, then who could we compare to Drake?
You know, I don't think you have to compare him to anybody for him to
who fits in Drake's category is what I'm trying to say. Who's in that? Because if Drake isn't in that category of greatest,
what he is,
one of the greatest.
He's like a level below like Kanye. That's what he is. You know what I mean? That's
cool. All right, so Kanye had a huge influence with what? College Dropout. I'm trying to see, like, what was his most influential albums, you know?
Well, 808 is a big reason why Drake has success.
Okay, I can see that.
You give Drake credit for making shit popular.
Oh, you're trying to say Kanye made Drake?
Does Take Care as big as it is if Kanye didn't make 808s before? Yeah,
then we're just saying. What I was about to argue is I would think they're in the same category.
They're not. No.
That's what I was about to argue.
Kanye's catalog is a lot better. Kanye's music catalog is a lot better. Even if you want to compare the outside shit, like their influence is the same. Their outside of whatever is the same. His catalog is
I'm about to
so
pull his
much
catalog
better.
up right now. So I need a reminder. All right. So let's see. Fuck.
Kanye's honestly might have the best catalog in hip hop.
Yeah, but he got some really good ones right now. He got some really good ones.
Even then,
pull up Drake's next. He got some really good ones right now. All right, cause we're gonna say the College Dropout, of course. 808, The Graduate.
The Graduate.
Oh shit. Late Registration.
Yeah, those shits are all fucking great albums.
I know what I'm saying, like, damn.
Fucking Dark Twisted
Okay,
Fantasy.
okay, I was about to say, because, like, that one had mixed... I liked it. I'm not going to lie.
That has mixed reviews?
Yeah, you know...
That has mixed reviews.
I was about to say, I like it, but I hear people... I don't know.
Who the fuck do you talk to?
It was almost like it's like too futuristic type of thing.
Bro, that shit was put like #1 on almost every all decade list. This decade.
Oh well, shit! All right, I didn't know that, but that's cool. Cause I'm about to say, I liked much. I don't know if you liked it.
I personally think it's a little overrated. That's because everybody fucking thinks that's his best album ever made. I don't know who else. Like who? I've never heard anybody say that they didn't like that album.
Let me see. I think we hit them all. Cause Life of Pablo, that one I personally really liked it too. But I understand. Yeah, I understand how it didn't hit for a lot of people.
Kanye's last everything, basically everything.
It had like what?
Even now, people are like, "Oh, that shit was." I don't agree with it.
I know.
People are like,
Jesus
that, he was
like,
on the next level. Like he was. People. That's the one people are saying like that was too. You might be confusing Dark Twisted Fantasy with Yeezus. Everybody loves fucking Dark Twisted Fantasy. But Yeezus was like when it came out, like shit, people weren't really fucking with it.
Yeah.
And now people are kind of looking back like, oh, he was ahead of his time with this type of shit.
Fuck, I don't know. I have to go back and listen to it.
I don't like
Yeah,
Yeezus.
cause I'm about to say Yeezus. Like I think there's probably about like 3 of them I liked on there, maybe 4. I have to go back and listen to Yeezus.
But dog, everybody loves college dropout. Everybody loves late registration. Everybody loves graduation. Everybody loves.
How many is that?
808s when 808s came out, Kanye got a lot of shit for that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, people are like, what the fuck you doing singing and doing all this shit? And now people look back at 808s like, oh fuck that.
3,
that motherfucker
4,
was.
5. How'd you feel about Ye?
Yeah, nah, I don't.
Man, it's Ye. It's Ye.
Yeah, bro.
Cause I said Yeezus. So what is how is it? It ain't Yeezus. It's Yeezus, right?
He called himself Ye all the time.
Okay, what the fuck is it Yeezus stand for? Why is it Yeezus? Why isn't it Jesus?
What do you mean? He has Ye. I'm called Ye and I'm called Yeezus.
Yeah, but they're the same spelling.
No, one's a whole word and one's just
still, like goddamn. All right, my bad. So, oh yeah, what you think about Watch the Throne?
Well, I don't. It's cool.
Yeah, it was alright. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, it was straight. Alright, my bad. Let me count it. Let me count it.
Those 2 guys that could have been better.
What did we count it up? We counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are we counting Yeezus?
That's what?
One of his greatest albums?
No.
Okay. So I got 6. Counted 6 up for him.
Bro, his like Drake's best album would be like Kanye's 7th best album. Yo, like, bro, like
you disrespectful, man.
But it's not even that disrespectful. If you really think about it, it's probably like in that. It's probably like in that range, like the.
Yeah, we're gonna break it down right now. I'm gonna break it down. Hold up. You don't want to count that shit he did with Future, right?
No, it's an album. Well, that's like a mixtape, I guess.
Yeah, and I think it was a collab album, though, right?
Well, we watched the collab album.
Yeah, but we didn't count that.
Oh, I thought you mean just his.
Okay, all right, yeah, all right, cool. All right, so since that one's right here, What a Time to Be Alive. Where do you put that in? You think it was all right album?
I think it's a good album, but it's just not like obviously like when I'm bumping all the time.
Yeah,
But I think
me either. But
I'm not. That's not a classic album. It's not like a fucking.
When Drake and Future did that collab album, that shit wasn't fucking classic for not me. I didn't really like it either.
The classic just because it was hot doesn't mean it's a fucking classic. I don't think it's
Well, I mean, what makes a classic is like
longevity. You gotta have like let's look at this shit like years from now.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to argue or not for that one because I'm in the same kind of category you are with it. You know, I thought it was whatever, okay, but I don't know. This is one of the Drake and Future is one of the ones, especially amongst Drake fans that I hear people loved or whatever.
People talk about I get Views a lot.
Yeah, Views was a good one. All right. Damn, you're right.
But
I was saying as far as like you said. Classic, timeless. I think I might be getting it mixed up with classic for me versus like timeless.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
People have different like this is my favorite Drake album. Everybody has like a different like opinion. It's not one album that really stands out. Like oh shit, this was like.
Yeah, like now that I have the albums in front of me again, I'm starting to remember. I'm like, you know what? Some of these albums may have just been classics for like me. At that time period of my life and all that other stuff. Like me being a Drake fan too. That's what I'm saying. Like so it's like fuck.
Troll, go back. That's how.
Nothing was the same. If I had to throw something out there though, I'd say Nothing Was the Same. Take Care. Thank Me Later, and if you're reading this now, it's too late. Those four.
Go back. That's the way you determine if it's a classic. Go back, listen to them now. Like you today, listen to these albums now and see how you feel. Like. See if you feel the same way.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna do
You'll
that.
be like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I think I still feel sometimes I still do listen to some old Drake. Just not the singing.
You listen to songs and shit.
No, just not the singing stuff though. But yeah.
Yeah, but when you listen to Drake now, I'm sure you go back and listen to like your
yeah,
favorite songs from back then.
Yeah.
But listen to sit down and listen to a whole fucking album.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna listen to those 4. I'm gonna do those 4 because I would throw those 4 in this classic. But I'm gonna go back and listen to them, and I'm gonna see.
I'll tell you, man. Take care.
Nothing was the same too. I that's what I'm saying. I would add. All right, what do you think was Drake's best album? Because honestly, best one.
You know what people actually think is still the best project is fucking his mixtape. This So Far Gone.
Oh yeah, no, that shit was fucking dope as fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
I think people will give you, and that's when you know what Drake's funny, man, because Drake's at heart he's a fucking hip hop head, like little backpack fan. Like he grew up listening to Little Brother, which is like only fucking nerds listen. I don't want to say nerds, but like hip hop heads listen to Little Brother, and that's where he got a lot of his style from. He claims he's like a big MF Doom fan, and he posts his lyrics, and like he's at heart is like nerdy hip hop kid, you know, and that's on his mixtape, on Comeback Season and So Far Gone. He's like collabing with, I think it's a Little Brother, and you hear like. He's rapping like he's trying to be like this fucking dope ass rapper. Yeah. And with this cool, different style to him. And then like he got big, and then he he's kind of just became too big for all that shit, and then started. To
yeah, because honestly, I'm looking at his albums right now. I'm like, you know what? I think it's hard for me to see because I'm a Drake fan. So I'm trying to look at this subjectively. All right? I'm trying to look at it subjectively. Because I'm not going back listening to fucking Jay-Z's albums.
Well, yes, because you're not like a Jay-Z fan like that. But even non-Jay-Z fans like, oh, Jay-Z's like Reasonable Doubt is a fucking classic album. Okay. The Blueprints, you know what I mean? Even if you're not fans of these people, you're gonna be like, okay,
yeah.
I'm not a big Eminem fan.
Yeah, we're talking about.
I'm not a big Eminem fan.
Yeah, let me get. Yeah, we're talking about a classic album.
Yeah,
all right. Yeah, all right. You're right. Damn. Subjectively looking, the one I would think people would say is his classic album is Nothing Was the Same.
And that's where I think that and Take Care were the two people are the two most popular ones.
Yeah, I know.
But I fuck, man. To me, like
Take Care was a good one, man. Take Care had some hits on there.
It has a ton of hits, but it's so damn long, and it's so like I don't know, man. It's so I don't know. It's too moody.
No,
I
know the movie you're talking about.
The whole album's like that too.
Yeah.
And
it was a certain type of theme. Yeah.
And like it works, right? I mean, it's not.
I must say I liked it though.
Yeah, it works, but does it hold up over time? You know what I mean? Do you?
Yeah, that's why I would say Nothing Was the Same. Be the one I would choose to do that.
I don't know.
I mean, cause fucking I like Views too though, but I think Nothing Was the Same was probably the more popular one amongst everybody versus just Drake fans.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you're not a fan of Drake, you probably really don't remember Views or Songs of Views or anything like that.
No, not really. But I think you don't need a classic album to be I think there's a lot of good rappers that never had like a great album that are just had like consistent.
That's what I'm saying, but that's why they're not in, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was trying to argue Drake is in there. Even though I don't know, man, I really think if it comes down to that, we can only allow the hardcore hip hop heads, choose who comes down to who belongs in the greatest of all time category. Cause I'm about to say, if you're not a hardcore hip hop fan, I really would question you on what songs, not the ones that were radio hits, that has you looking at Tupac, Biggie, Jay, Nas, or you got Eminem. You got stands out there. I don't even want to say Eminem because he has his fucking stands. But I'll ask people like, all right, so what songs and what albums was it about those that make you put them in these categories? You know what I'm saying? That have you hold them at such high esteem.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, yeah, the real hip hop heads and all that stuff. Yeah, they could break that down to easy. Yeah. But like you said, everybody else though. I sometimes feel like y'all just saying it because that's what you hear everybody else say. I mean, that's what you hear, like, people are really into saying.
If so many people say this something for so long, eventually it becomes true. Like, it doesn't. It's not all coincidence. Not everybody has the same. Not everybody agrees on the same things this much, and then like it's all fucking coincidence. You know what I mean? It's hard to pinpoint, like, explain it, but it's like consensus. Like, this is why this person's,
Well, I just feel like, I'm just saying, like, I feel like a lot of people would say them right off the bat because it's just a name they know, and it's like a way for them to not really give any real opinion. It's like, oh, it's the safe route to take. That's why.
But it's a safe route to take for.
Well, I'm talking about like people who aren't outside, because we're talking about like they transcended not just hip hop fans, but everybody outside.
So you mean like a casual person? Like if you ask somebody on the street, like, oh, who's the best rapper ever? They'll probably say these names.
Yeah, they're gonna say one of those names to be safe.
Yeah.
But
the reason they say these names to be safe is because they've heard other people, maybe friends who do know hip hop.
But what if but that's what I'm saying. Like unless you actually go for yourself and listen to it yourself, and then compare it to like who you want to compare it to. And decide and come to that conclusion at the end on your own, You can't say, oh, yeah, it is because, my one homie. It's like me saying, oh, yeah, Jay-Z is the greatest because I know Saeed and I know, like, I know you're a hip-hop head or not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, that's why he's the greatest because Saeed said it. But then, like, I don't even like what you like or whatever,
Well, why did those people's opinions matter?
Well, we're saying, like,
well,
I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. If it wanted to really come down to it, then the only ones who could really decide who belong in that category are going to be the true hip-hop heads.
And that's... Yeah, not people that listen to hip hop and are just that listen to hip hop for really years, or the people that make these lists.
Yeah, well, I mean, no, not really. Cause you see what happened, not even hip hop heads can come up with a list that you guys can fucking.
No, there's never gonna be a one list that people agree with. But there is like a list of the same names though, and just in different order. But these are generally the people that are mentioned.
Yeah. They're
just in different order on people's list. But it's going to be the same people on almost everybody's list. Like Jay, Nas, Biggie.
I don't know, because I mean, like, you see when you drop that list, how would you not have such and such, such and such? I can't remember who was on the list anymore.
But they're arguing for people that they like as their favorites and certain spots on the list. They weren't arguing that this person was on the list. You know what I mean? Like, how can you have this person higher than this person? But it wasn't like, why is this person even on the list?
Was Drake on your list? I can't even.
I didn't put Drake on my list, no.
You put fucking Nicki Minaj on your list?
I didn't put Nicki Minaj on my list. The fuck?
Oh, I don't know.
You're probably thinking about you're talking about the top 50, or are you talking about the top 10 rappers of the decade? I was
talking about top 50.
No, I didn't.
You had dropped that.
I had on that top 50, and I had Drake on that one. I had Drake on the number 2 on my top rappers of the decade.
But didn't you have Nicki Minaj in the top 50?
No, bro.
No? Am I tripping?
You tripping.
Oh, shit. I was sitting here thinking, like, hold on. I'm about to get mad as fuck. Yo, you didn't put Nicki Minaj on any of your list, huh? Or maybe you did on the decade one.
I think on that decade one I had her.
Okay, alright, maybe that's why.
We didn't even talk about that.
Oh, yeah, fuck. Pull that up.
Whenever you officially kicked off.
Going through phases, be thinking I'm racist, like my crazy Caucasian.